All right, here are examples 3A and B. So again, flipping over to my camera, and I have a printout of the two problems right here so we have room to solve them. So it's asking us to find the value of each expression when x equals 8 and y equals -4. So the first thing I need to do is write down the given problem and then rewrite the problem with the numbers substituted in for the letters. So they told me that x is 8, so I'm going to replace my numerator with an 8. In the denominator, 2y means 2 times whatever y is. And in this case, y is -4. So it becomes 2 times a -4. And you can write that numerous ways, but I chose with the dot. Now, in order of operations, this fraction bar acts as a grouping symbol, which tells me I have to complete all operations that are in the numerator and in the denominator. There's nothing to do in the numerator, so I just rewrite that. In the denominator, I do 2 times 4, which is 8, and then the positive times a negative gives me a -8. And now I can simplify this because it is division. 8 divided by 8 is 1, and then a positive divided by a negative is a -1. Okay, now moving on to B, this one's a little bit more complicated, but just like before, I rewrite the problem, substituting in the values for each variable. So this is the opposite, or -x, which is 8, squared, plus 12 divided by y, which in this case is a -4. So here I have exponents, addition, division. So order of operations tells me to do my exponents first. So very much like the last section, this exponent is only attached to the 8, not this negative sign. That makes the base only the 8. So they want you to square your 8. So 8 times 8, which is 64, because 8 squared is equal to 8 times 8, which is 64. And they want the opposite of that answer. So the opposite of 64 is -64. Bring everything else down, plus 12 divided by -4. Just going back to this for a second. The reason it's not -8 times -8 is because there's no parentheses around here. We did that back in the last section, 2.1. I believe it was example 2 if you want to go back and watch the video. So now we're down to this part of the expression, and we have addition and a division problem. Because of order of operations, we do division first, even though it does not come first in the problem. So the -64 plus nothing changes there. 12 divided by 4 is 3, and then positive divided by a negative is a -3. So now I have -64 plus a -3. So I'm back to my integer rules of addition where I ask myself, do they have the same sign or different? And here they're the same. So you simply add the numbers, keep the sign. So our answer here is -67.